Hey, what's up? It's Symphony here. Subscribe to my brother Mr. Creepy as Hell channel, and when you're watching his videos, make sure you stay in one piece.
My name is Henry, and what I'm about to share with you is something that I pray to God never happens to you, especially if you're leaving out of the state and going to another state. I keep on replaying these images in my head. I keep on thinking about if I could have done this different, or if I could have done that different, or if I hadn't told my wife to stop at this motel. I keep playing these images back in my head, looping them over and over again, wondering what could I have done that could have changed the outcome of what I have to endure. This happened back in 2012. I was leaving Oklahoma with my wife Penny. She was 4 months pregnant. We were leaving Oklahoma to go live with family members in Arizona after a very large tornado touched down and destroyed all of our belongings and our house. It was really a horrible time for us, but we tried to be grateful for the fact that both of us survived and we had one another. That's the only thing that put a smile on my face and a smile on her face. As we were driving, my wife suddenly started to feel nauseous and felt really queasy and dizzy. The side effects of her pregnancy. It was late at night, and I figured that we probably gonna need some sleep, and not to mention my wife was starting to feel very ill. As I was driving, I came across a motel, and it looked a bit run down, but I figured that it would be a good place for us to spend the night at. That way my wife, Penny, could get some rest, and I can also get some rest. Hey Penny, I'm gonna pull in this motel. Me and you are gonna take a little break. We need to really rest and take it easy, and especially with you. We can finish the trip off tomorrow. Does that sound good? I asked Penny. Yeah, that actually sounds good. I could really use the rest, she said to me while holding her stomach. We parked it to the motel parking lot, and me and my wife got out and grabbed our bags, and we went inside. There, we saw a man who was at the receptionist desk. This man looked to be in his late 40s or early 50s. He had gray slick back hair, but it was his smile. The way he smiled at us didn't seem right. It was just like something was off with the smile. Like he was smiling while trying to hide something. It felt off, but I didn't pay no mind to it. I just asked him, "How you doing, sir? Is there any rooms available for me and my wife?" "Oh, there's definitely a room ready for you two. I have y'all to take room 636, he said to us as he was opening up the drawer in his desk and giving us the key to room 636. The motel receptionist told us where the room was at, and then me and my wife made our way to our room. Our room was way at the end of the hallway. When we got inside of our motel, the room looked pretty much average, like any other motel. After we got settled in, me and my wife, Penny, went off to bed. I figured that if we get a couple hours of sleep, we'll be more energized and we should be able to make the trip by tomorrow. We were asleep for about an hour until we heard some muffled screams. Me and Penny sat up from the bed, looking around to see where the noise came from. "What the hell is that? Someone in trouble?" I said while looking around in the motel, looking on top of the ceiling and down at the floor. "Henry, should we check it out to see if everything is alright? I know the receptionist guy heard it, but maybe it's just better if two people check it out. I'll go with you." "No, Penny, you stay right here and relax. I don't want you going anywhere. I need you to take care of yourself and our baby," I suggested to Penny. After I told her that, she stayed put. She didn't argue, and I got up. I walked out of the motel, and I looked around across the hallway, and I heard that muffled scream, and I saw it was coming from room 629. The door was slightly ajar. I slowly walked over there as I kept on hearing the muffled scream. I peeked through the door to see what was going on. And what I saw made my skin crawl, and my blood was ice chilling cold. Inside the room, there was a woman tied up, and a man, but not just any man. It was the receptionist guy. You should have minded your own business. If you had done that, you wouldn't be in this situation. Now, I gotta do what I always do to guests whenever they get too nosy and they invade my privacy. I'm gonna skin you alive. Before I let that happen, I bust down the door and I confronted the receptionist. What the hell are you doing here? Let this woman go, or I'm calling the police on you. For a moment, it was silence. The woman looked up at me with tears in her eyes, looking grateful that someone came and saved her. The receptionist still had his back turned towards me, and he didn't turn around, but he said something in a very chilling voice. Fellas, get him. Before I had time to process what he was saying, I felt 2 hands wrapped around my neck, and then a bag went over my face. I remember smelling something horrible. I guess it was some kind of chemical, because I immediately blacked out. I don't know how long I was out for, but when I woke up, I was in bed, but my hands and legs were cuffed to the bed rails. I couldn't move. I looked over to see if Penny was next to me, and she wasn't. I thought for a moment that maybe this wasn't the room that me and Penny shared. Maybe this was a different motel room. But when I looked around and saw our bags and our stuff there on the chair that we placed them at, I realized that this was our room. I began to worry even more. Did something happen to Penny? I couldn't find her. I tried calling out to her. Penny! Penny, are you in here? Oh man, fuck, he probably took her. He's probably gonna try to kill her. I gotta get out of here somehow. I tried to get out of the handcuffs or wiggle my way out, but each time I did that, the handcuffs got tighter around my legs and arms. I couldn't escape. As I was trying to escape, the door flew open. It was that guy. He came in with this twisted grin, looking at me. Henry, I really wish you could have minded your business. See, I'll let you in on a secret. Me and my daughter run a little business here. We disguise as a motel, but deep down inside, we actually kill our guests, and we cut their bodies off and sells it on the dark web or on the black market for people to have. There's some really crazy people out there, a lot of cannibals out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even if you hadn't saw what I was doing to that woman, which I still managed to kill her, and her body parts are being sold on the dark web and on some black markets, we wasn't gonna let you leave here alive. I was gonna come in, I was gonna kill you, and then I was gonna cut off your body parts and skin you alive and sell that stuff on the dark web or at a black marketplace. But my daughter had second thoughts. She didn't want me to kill you just yet. She said she wanted me to wait until she sees you. She wants to get the job done herself. There were so many questions swirling around in my head. This man had a daughter, and she told him to wait because she wanted to see me? This was really confusing. I wanted to ask the man more questions, but just before I could, someone else walked into the room. And when I saw the person, I immediately lit up with joy. It was Penny, my beautiful wife. I told my wife about what was happening to me, and I pleaded with her to save me. Penny, you need to be careful. That receptionist is crazy. He's going around killing people and selling their body parts on the dark web or on the black market. Please be careful. Please. Penny just looked at me, and then she began to give me this wide, unsettling grin, and then she turned towards the receptionist. Dad, I got done cutting up that woman's body parts. What do you want me to do with her remains? Put it in the freezer? Well, that would be great, my beautiful daughter. And oh, I guess you can tell your husband woke up. Wait a minute, Penny, what's going on here? What's happening? Wait a minute, is this some kind of joke? What's going on? I asked Penny as it felt like my world was falling apart. I couldn't believe that Penny was the daughter of this man and that she participated in this type of stuff. It made me realize that I didn't know my wife at all. I thought I did. And that's when she said to me, "Oh, you confused, Henry? I'll be happy to tell you everything. See, my father owns a business, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of what he does, and I helps him, and we make really good money. Suddenly, as we were on the road trip, I realized that we were coming close to my father's motel that he owns, and therefore, I decided to offer you to my father so we can get good money from selling your chopped up limbs." I was so excited. So that's why I acted like I was really sick, so you could stop at this motel, and then the rest was history. And by the way, I'm not actually pregnant. It was all part of the plan to get you to stop at that motel. I couldn't say anything. It felt like someone just took my tongue. I was so confused and so flabbergasted of how things turned out. I mean, it wasn't not too long ago. I was in a car laughing with Penny and thinking that I was going to be a father to her being this psychopathic killer like her father. And not to mention, I thought I was going to be a father, but it turned out it was all a lie. It really broke me that the woman that I love was a killer and that she was running this hotel where they kill people and cut their body parts and sell them on the black market or on the dark web. It was really disgusting and revolting. As I was trying to process all of this, that's when Penny pulled out a gun and pointed it towards me. "Look, I'm sorry, Henry, I lied to you, okay, but this is what I do. And even though I still love you, but I have to kill you. If I let you go, you're going to report us, and we can't have that. Look, don't take it personally, okay? It's a mercy killing. At least it's done by your wife. All right? I love you. All right? And I hope that you find some kind of peace in the afterlife. You'll be doing the world a great favor by letting us kill you and donating your body parts to other people out there. We have to do this. Please, understand. Hurry up and kill him already," Penny's father demanded her. And then Penny looked at me as tears were falling down her eyes, and she pointed the gun in my direction. I knew that this was going to be it. But before that can even happen, I was able to break out of the handcuffs, and before Penny had any time to react, I snatched the gun away from her. I know this may sound crazy, but I still loved her, despite what she was doing. "Henry, I'm so sorry. I'm not the woman that you thought I was. I'm so terribly sorry," she said to me as she was crying and holding me. That's when I started to feel more sorry for her. And believe it or not, I even felt sorry for her old man. And that's when I thought about it. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to do what they're doing. Penny, you're not a horrible person, okay? Neither is your father. You're just trying to survive out in the world and trying to make money however you can. So this is why I'm asking y'all. Please, reconsider killing me. If y'all do, I'll help you out. I could lure more people in. Matter of fact, let's make it better. How about we call this place the Slaughterhouse? Be a nice little place where people can come at and dine and wine at and make it a really big place and make it a hotel instead of a motel. I like that idea, Penny's father said. Penny also agreed with it as well, and they took me down into their freezer area. It was a big freezer, and there they had dead bodies hanging on meat hooks, and they showed me what they were doing and how they do it. A couple of years later, we was able to turn this place into a very successful business, and we were able to get more bodies and sell them on the black market. We made so much money that me and my wife Penny were able to buy us a mansion. We had 2 kids, and everything was good. Sadly, her father passed away several years later. He left Penny with a huge fortune, and with that, Penny was able to build on to the Slaughter Hotel and make it even more bigger. We drawed in about 150,000 customers per night. We were really successful with this business. But the greater thing about it was, all those 150,000 people would never leave out alive. I mean, of course they would, just in pieces. And we made even more money by selling their body parts on the dark web and on the black market. I've grown to love cutting up people. That's my favorite part. I let my wife take care of the not so dirty parts, getting the customers in, making them feel comfortable, and then we hit them with something, a nice little drug we put inside their drinks. And then I come in and I get down to business. I love killing people.